tell me, I guess you were part of the crews that actually discovered him?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Okay, well, we were searching in a heavily wooded area. It was a swamp on one side, heavily wooded on the other. We came across some personal items that we believed were his. So we started searching out from that area right there. Going east, it was reeds overhead high, about thigh-deep water. The guys went into that, thinking he may have gotten lost in the reeds. We had other guys circling around to the south, same kind of conditions. To our right was the woods, and AK, he was looking around over there, and he saw basically a small branch that just kept moving. It looked like an animal was making it move back and forth, but it just kept moving. Where normally an animal might just move and move on, it was kept moving. So he just caught his attention, and he said, "I believe he's over there." So we ran over there, and as we got closer, we could see, that he was there. He was actually up under a log, so it was very difficult to see him. Coming from the north, you wouldn't be able to see him at all. Luckily, we had gone past him and looked back, and he was tucked up under that log, kind of down in a little ditch. And so about 5 feet into the wood line right there, and that's how we were able to find him. So.
And he was talking to you? He was okay?
Yes, he speaks Creole, so luckily AK knows a little bit. He was able to ask him if he was okay, and he said he was hungry. And but he seemed disoriented, but without being able to speak directly to him language-wise, we weren't sure, but he seemed to be. He was looking at us and moving around, so that was a good sign. He was just too weak to get up or anything like that. So.
Y'all are long-time experienced first responders.
Yes, sir.
Do you still get some sort of jolt?
100%. Yeah, yes, 100%. It's what you do the job for. All the guys worked real hard. We were, going through some really nasty stuff. We'd been soaking wet since probably 9 o'clock that morning, out there looking for him, and the light was starting to get down, so we were trying to get this one area, just check it really well, and it worked out. God was good, and it worked out for us. So.
You guys seem like you used every tool in the toolbox to find this gentleman.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this may be a question for the sheriff or the fire department. At what time do you guys figure that it's too much or it's too little to use when it comes to finding a missing person?
Well, we kind of just, it ramps up as we get more information. But we're going to use every tool we got because it's so important that we find them before something bad happens, especially with the weather and stuff like that. So that's my best answer on that, is we use information we get to determine where we're going to put the most resources, and that's what happened with this situation. We had just guys they do a lot of analytics to try to figure out where people in his condition might be, and they said this is a high probability area, let's check it, and it would be very easy to miss him, to be honest with you. The way he was covered up by debris, it was very easy to miss him, but he's a sharp-eyed fellow, and he's seen him. So.
And that was kind of my next question. I mean, weather is kind of looming where we're getting colder weather in the next couple of days. How important was it for you guys to find him yesterday before?
I would say life and death, to be honest with you, because he would have got rained on last night, 3 days without. He's a strong man. I'll say this: he's a very strong man to survive as long as he did. Whether or not he would have made it, I can't say. I can't speak to that, but I'm glad that wasn't an option. We got him out, so I'm happy about that.
What did y'all tell him when you found him?
We said, we got you. We're going to get you out of here. You're going to be okay. I don't know if he understood what we told him, but he knows enough to tell him, hey, you okay? But we were saying that to him, whether or not he understood or not. But we make sure that he realized that you're going to be okay. We got you. We're going to get you out of here.
And talk about maybe the community's input that you guys have had in the past 3 days. The community help.
Oh yeah, it was nice. And after we loaded him up and we were leaving, a bunch of people from the neighborhood came out and were waving at us and everything. That's always a wonderful thing. And it's just a great feeling all the way around. Everybody's super excited, and it's why we do it. So that's the best I can say.
For everybody at home that's watching, give us your names.
My name's Colin Aguilar. This is go ahead.
Akil Buchanan, AK.
Yeah, it's AK. So, and like I said, I just was standing by the items we found. The guys back here were searching all that area around it. So it just happened to be AK that found him, but those guys were still out there when we found them, we're still out there in thigh-deep water searching through those reeds. It's just, who found them is just how it worked out. But the effort on everybody's part was 100%, no doubt.
Let me say something real quick. I can tell you, you asked a question about how do you feel. I mean, when the information gets to us, you know how Tiger Woods, when he does that, you get excited. You get excited because you know that the hard work is paid off after 3 days. Now, usually in Florida, it's really hot. So a lot of the determinations on how soon we ramp things up depends on the weather, the age of the victim, how long they've been missing, how long they've walked off, what they were wearing when they left. So all that stuff plays a part. And when we go a couple of hours in a situation like that, we're ramping it up because we know that time is of the essence. And it's a miracle, and it's the hard work of these men and women behind me that make all that possible. It's amazing, and I'm extremely happy. I know Chief Powers is also.
Describe where he's found, Sheriff, but like, what's the closest intersection if we were to try to pinpoint it?
Do you remember, what's the closest intersection? Oh, Connie Jean Road, out in that area.
And how far was that from his home?
Yeah, we'll get it for you.
We carried him a pretty good way to get him out.
Yeah. So it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. Thank you all very much.